Simultaneously, it is a happy and hauntingly frightening place. Jamaica is. A little piece of rock bobbing up and down in the big sea. 145 miles long, 50 miles wide. A little island with a big beating heart. It's a place bathed by sunshine, yet where many of its people still stumble in darkness, searching for the light. Described as a land of wood and water, Jamaica is a land of plenty, coexisting with a lot of nothing. A land we love and where people have known hate. A little Caribbean island whose worldwide reputation dwarfs its physical size. It is a place many are quick to bemoan due to its many desperate ills, in which, just as quickly, many others are prepared to serenade with praise for its devilish beauty, its playfulness, and its enduring pride. Jamaica for some is nothing but a beach, a tourist paradise to escape to for hedonistic and other pleasures, a place to run to and then leave. But for those unable to leave, Jamaican life has more profound meaning. This place with a complex mystique, this place of many native contradictions. Looming alongside the verdant hills and enchantingly rugged grandeur of the mountainous interior of Jamaica is a tussle with poverty, a fight with frustration, where a bedrock of worry is concealed by beautiful imageries of hot rhythmic sounds, and where warm colors are reminiscent of everlasting sunsets. Blessed by nature and cursed by the deeds of men, this country has lived long and hard through many trials and tribulations. Here you are likely to find men, women, and children dancing on flaming rocks after having open heart surgery, and as they dance, the world dances with them. Somewhere in the middle of this place, there is Ridge Pen, tucked away in the southern parish of St. Elizabeth, where the sun in its radiant brilliance is somewhat unforgiving, scorching down as it does to paralyze, energize, and to stunt you, and to innovate you all at the very same time. Here, only the long-suffering thrive, and here the long-suffering are many. Dogs, cats, cows, crops, people, families, men, women, children, old people. Villages of folks tied together by the pull of the land and by a shared history of intangibles. Here, if the earth could speak or the trees could talk, they would also sing, they would also dance, and they would tell stories around open fireplaces. And in their telling, they would recount the trudging of many bare feet, of children running at play, giddily gallivanting freely without any apparent worry or woe, living a life of wonder and of glee, their little brown feet dusty and ashen, their brown eyes lit up and bright with laughter, if not sullen by pangs of hunger, their heads filled with mischief and hope and want, their bellies empty or full, depending. Here, under the majestic gaze of the Santa Cruz Mountains, 4 Anderson children would begin their first tentative steps of their own that would shape and define their respective futures, bringing them closer to their own determined dreamland. And with wings, they would fly onward and forward. And if here the trees and the earth kept talking, they would single out one of them who seemed like he wanted to be different. And in their speaking of him, what would they have to say? Would they say that this was the land of his birth, but not where he was from? Would they say that he was called Anderson by name, but that this was not who he was? Would they say that the prevailing conditions that were slowly unfolding at the time of his birth would instruct him, but definitely would not define him? Would they say that as young as he was, he heard and saw things that were beyond his years? Would they say that while embracing the exuberance of his Jamaicanness, he would seek to outrun the lethargy that would down so many of his compatriots? Would the trees and the earth know that for most of his active life, this boy would work to come from under, and in becoming a man would access areas of his internal strength, fostering his own self-confidence, building a capacity for action that would make him and his community stronger rather than weaker? And if here the trees and the earth kept talking, what else would they say? They would likely say that he had impeccable timing. In 1966, the year of his birth, the Jamaican Independence Festival Song Competition was held. It was a first of its kind. When the winning original song was announced, the words and the spirit of the lyrics could not have been more appropriate, could not have been a more appropriate description of the person Oji was poised to become. Bam bam, wata bam bam. The words of Toots and the Maytels were guttural and melodious, with its strong, reggae-driven intonation. The melody and the words echoed. The melody and the words echoed over a lilting, syncopated rhythm section, reverberating like a chant, floating just above the accompanying beats of a Nyabingi drumline. When listened to carefully, bam bam, wata bam bam, plays like a welcoming libation to a birth, Oji's birth. Listening now, in retrospect, to these cryptic lyrics, it is easy to imagine them as a forecasting of Oji's promise. I want you to know that I am the man who fight for the right, not for the wrong. Going there, I'm going here, helping the weak against the strong. Soon you'll find out the man I'm supposed to be. Help this man, don't trouble this man. But if you trouble that man, it will bring a bam bam. What a bam bam, what a bam bam.